We got you covered. Finally, it took too long, I know, but we got you covered.
Dodge is finally owning up to the delays here.
And build an emissions legal 885 horsepower red eye with a full factory warranty. Now, I'll be honest, if that wasn't so long in coming, that would have been a really tough announcement to follow.
And before Tim was talking about
but then
thanking
again,
everyone for joining in, and from our
late,
channel, you're welcome.
And coming back hard and punching way above our weight. And what we're going to show you tonight deserves to not be second to anything.
Oh, snap.
Because for over 100 years, Dodge's brand positioning wasn't born out of necessity. It was probably born a little bit more out of spite than anything else. It's like a giant chip that we've been carrying around on our shoulder since the Dodge brothers got into their first bar fight. If you look at our past right here, it's clear that many of our best, most exciting products were born because we were backed into a corner. We were born to fight back. You look at the first car, the 1914 Dodge. This car was born because Henry Ford pissed the brothers off, and they decided to go build their own better car. The 1956 D500. This was the most powerful Gen 1 Hemi car of its day. The Gen 1 Hemi car, or the Gen 1 Hemi rather, wasn't the first mass-produced overhead valve V8. It was the second to the fight, so it had everything to prove, and that car did. The 56 D500 won 11 NASCAR races that year. And that was literally a muscle car before the term even existed. 68 Dart, the Hemi Dart.
That was Hemi Super
Stock.
Stock.
Generation Hemi. That Hemi dominated super stock drag racing. And it also, same engine, dominated NASCAR. It was so good that they banned it. The next couple of years after that in NASCAR,
Dodge Daytona.
Dodge was struggling, I'll be honest. So NASCAR let the Hemi back in, and then we wrapped it in that. The 69 Daytona. The result, you guys all know, first 200-mile-per-hour NASCAR, and they banned it again. You starting to see where that chip on our shoulder is coming from? Then in 1970, again, coming from behind, the Halo. But it was really low volume, and it was very expensive compared to
There's the Viper.
So in the 2000s, right there in orange, in the 2000s, we were late to the party again. We brought the L-Series Chargers and Challengers. These cars, especially the Challenger, were much truer to the original muscle car formula than any of the competitors.
They also showed the Omni GLHS
that I just rattled off. That Challenger wasn't just late. It had a real problem. And we're all friends, so we can admit it. It was bigger, it was heavier, and it was underpowered. So after nearly 100 years of showing up late, we've always been fueled by the need to push a little bit harder and give that last tenth of effort. Because when you get it right, it doesn't matter. You're never late. If you get creative, nothing's over till you decide it's over. So we launched the Hellcat when everyone was counting us out. And that became the best known engine. We saw a lot of them here today. That became the best known engine in the general market. It took the Dodge attitude and it supercharged it. It was like pouring gas on a fire. Those were amazing years for the brand. The brand was riding so high, but you guys all know the story. Emissions compliance was becoming our toughest competitor. So we knew the lights were coming on at any moment for the last call, but we weren't gonna go away quietly, no way. So we turned it up again, and we did the Demon.
There's the Demon.
This was the Dodge that crossed over. It crossed over from this group, it crossed over from the enthusiasts to the mainstream and pop culture. From the Hot Rod magazine to Good Morning America. This car wasn't bench raced in online forums. This was the car that the general market talked about on morning shows. They asked for it to be banned from public roads. And in the end, only NHRA banned it for being too fast. That car, the Demon, 6 years later, is still the benchmark of factory crazy and production straight line performance. Now that was it, just like a Fast and Furious movie plot twist. And before that legendary platform could be retired, and before we could transition to something new, our group entered into one of the largest automotive mergers in history.
Stellantis.
And then COVID hit the US. Those early days of the pandemic, people were worried about way more important things than replacing the platform for the Charger and Challenger. So the platform got a new lease on life. It got an extension. The enthusiast community, all of us rejoiced. Hemis for everybody. But again, we knew we were living on that borrowed time, and we were going to have to settle up at some point soon. So let's be clear. We didn't ask for those rules to change. We don't want those rules to change, but they did. And so we have to change, we have to adapt. But think back to all those cars
What about
that I
the
just
new
rattled
Mustang,
off.
though?
They all answered a question, a challenge. They were brought to market to show the world that the only way you
Is
can
that
not
a
be first
brand new
and not be
Halo
last
model? That's
is to
the
be
new
better
Halo
than
model
whoever was
that they're
first.
leading up to.
So while everyone else is going to bring an electric car
There's
to
the
market,
Banshee.
Dodge is going to bring a muscle car and use electrification to make it not more politically correct, but to make it faster and dodgier. So you know what? Efficiency be damned. We always wanted to do a 68 Charger.
There's a
This was our
supercharger.
chance.
Elephant vibes.
We just needed to study the rules and find ways to do something cool that could comply and make them happy without spiritually retreating from the things that we love. That Charger Daytona has what it takes to do exactly that.
We'll see if
The new
when it
Charger
happens when it
Daytona
reaches
will
production, though.
redefine American muscle. And don't worry. Don't worry, you know us. We haven't fully pulled back the curtain on this car, or maybe these cars, just yet. Okay, so let's be clear. Electrification is our future. That car is our future. But that's a year away. What can Dodge do now? What can we do today to celebrate the end of this era? To celebrate what got this brand to where it is today? The #1 selling muscle car in America the last 2 years running. Well, I kind of already told you. I mean, I said all 7 last call cars would commemorate a special car that came from our past.
Here comes the last call.
Slinger, Ghost. The only question is, which special car from our past will number 7 be? Which one of those cars that's sitting right there? The first 6 are all awesome special editions, no question. But they represent us. They represent the enthusiast community and the things that we love and know and respect. But to celebrate the end of an era, we needed to go so extreme that it will go mainstream. And like I said earlier, Dodge's best products come as the result of being late to the party and having a chip on our shoulder. But it doesn't make sense. Hellcats, Red Eyes, and Demons are unrivaled in the marketplace. So what chip could we have on our shoulder now?
I'm sorry. But at any point in our history,
Viper.
did we ever give you the idea
You could be Dodge material.
that
Demon?
somehow
Demon got hold of me.
Demon, huh?
we didn't know exactly what the we were doing?
You will need a beep in there.
The Dodge Demon, a leading automotive magazine, calls it too much.
Experts have called for the Dodge Demon to be banned from the NHRA.
Not for the faint of heart. The Demon was the fastest, loudest,
They are benchmarking this new car against the Demon.
most Dodge in the history of Dodge. Until now.
Go. Comes the chopper.
So, to drop our times even further, Dodge is going to drop another legend on the world here tonight. Literally, not at an auto show, not on TV, not on social. We're going to drop another legend right here on this drag strip.
On a drag strip.
Legends like
They
this
are actually going to race
are
that
made.
car down the drag strip.
All right, we're looking for him.
You've got to be kidding me. There's the crowd.
Here we go.
You're not kidding me. They're not unloading it out of a helicopter. You're not kidding me. Dodge is going all out. So, like, if you have seen the latest teaser before the reveal, you may have seen a leprechaun, like a metallic leprechaun, jump out of a helicopter. This must relate to that. And it said it's going 140 miles an hour before it descends at supersonic speeds. My theory is this new car will be faster than the Demon. Because, like Tim said in the preview, he's mentioned the Demon a lot. There's the helicopter. And is that a tether? Is that the car? That is the car. Is that the official? I don't know if that's the official car itself. Holy cow. Look at that! Oh my gosh. I'm actually gonna move to the drag strip. This. Oh my gosh. Don't let it clip the post. That helicopter pilot needs to be precision perfect when he unloads that thing. There he is, flying over the Vegas Motor Speedway. And here we are at the drag strip with this last call challenger. From what I see, or from what I saw from the beginning of the reveal video. The grandstands. There's our first look at the car in the flesh. In the flesh? Tim Kennison was right. This is the epitome of crazy right over here. Dodge never lies. Dodge never lies. Please make it land at the pits. Okay, they're landing on the pre-stage area. Yep. They're gonna they're unloading it now. Yeah, that gray looks pretty mint. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed. Well, whatever it is has landed. Or the Leprechaun has landed. But it is on the ground. And there's the car. They're not getting in. And they have ramps out on this thing. That looks mint! Look at that! Almost the same hood scoop as the Demon. That must mean a bigger supercharger. Wide body. There are the parking lights. That means the car is moving. The car's moving up the ramp. There it goes. It is rolling. And I see it may have some drag slicks on it. And there goes a chopper. That's not another Demon logo.
That's how Dodge makes an entrance. You probably all think we had that well planned out, but I was freaking out there for a minute. You know, 6 years ago, I said that most cars attempt to be everything to everybody, but there are a few that revel in a singular mission, rendering them totally irresistible to a subculture obsessed with that objective. This car was conceived, designed, engineered for that subculture of enthusiasts who know that a tenth is a car length and a half a second is your reputation. If you're here, or if you're watching this online, I'm talking to you. We built that car for you. And yes, pretty obvious now, number 7 is a Demon. More accurately, this is the new 2023 Challenger SRT Demon 170. And if you think it makes a badass entrance, just wait till you see how it leaves.
They made another
the
Demon.
170 because it's 170 proof. The Demon 170 is the world's first production street legal drag car
That runs on ethanol.
that runs on ethanol or gas. Runs on ethanol or gas or
pump
any
gas.
combination in between. It automatically recalibrates for maximum power regardless of the mixture you're running. Yeah, the 170 is the world's first environmentally friendly, sustainable energy-powered muscle car. I'm serious. Ethanol-fueled vehicles have a carbon footprint that's 20% lower than gas.
Why not use that to power your cars? I bet they might take it on the strip soon.
But let's be real. The Demon 170 isn't going to save the polar bears, but it's clean enough to keep us out of trouble. I'm not going to promise that for any of you that buy one, though. This is what happens
Look at the track cleaners.
Our team takes the infamous Demon and puts it on alcohol. Now, for most, that would have been enough to call it a worthy last call. But this is more than a last call with alcohol. Normally at this point, if we didn't have somebody dragging the track,
why didn't they do it this time? Why didn't do it when Kaniskis was about to make his entrance?
the factory guy standing on stage will tell you about all the best-in-class features that none of you care about. The screen size, the miles per gallon, the cup holders, all that crap. But the Demon 170 has no class, or segment for that matter, has no rules, and has no compromises. We took everything that original Demon did that stood unrivaled for 6 years.
And turn it up a
and
notch.
we turned it up to 11. Actually, more like 22. Because that's how much boost we're pumping into this Hemi.
22 pounds of
With a
boost.
new 3-liter supercharger and a 105mm throttle body. We're pumping so much air into this 6.2 Hemi that it took our cylinder pressures up to
2,500
PSI. That's 25% more than we were running on that Demon on race fuel. So to
No
keep
wonder
all
why
the
they keep
inside
blowing
parts
up.
inside, we upgraded the entire engine. New block machining, new pistons, new rods, new crank, new bearings, new head machining for head studs.
A completely new Demon
billet
engine.
steel main caps and a fluid dampener. This isn't regular production car stuff. This is full race technology. And it's what these engines needed to pass our durability and earn a full factory warranty. But then, pushing all that power downstream, we started tearing up the driveline. So we installed a larger drive shaft, much larger drive shaft, 43 spline half shafts, a massive 240 millimeter differential, a new case, reinforced mounting, hardware, making it 50% stronger than that original Demon. And at the end of that power flow, we're spinning the trickiest set of wheels ever used on a production car. Others have used carbon fiber wheels before, but these wheels are an exclusive Lax Industries design using lightweight alloy center sections, titanium bolted to carbon fiber rims. These are true
Carbon fiber
street legal
wheels.
road wheels that are actually lighter than full race alloys. Then we wrapped them, you probably already noticed, we wrapped them in massive
Mickey Thompson.
315, 50, 17 Mickey Thompsons with 18s in the front. The stance on this car is pure drag car. And we no longer needed the front runners at the track. The significantly increased contact patch, sidewall construction, and aggressive compound of these Mickeys allowed us to electronically and mechanically retune the suspension that was in the original car. We increased the compression in the rear by over 50%, and we slowed down the rebound in the front to generate quicker forward movement at launch when it matters the most. And you're gonna love this. To make that launch even harder and more consistent,
A new trans
we
brake.
completely redesigned the Demon's trans brake and launch mode.
And launch
The
control.
new system allows you to electronically reshape the torque curve during acceleration and shifts right from the head unit to compensate for track conditions. Once this system is dialed in, you can go watt from green on a prep track. You no longer have to pedal this car at all. Now, I'm not sure how well this track is prepped. Obviously, we just had to drag it again. But we wouldn't build a car like this and bring you all out to the desert, have you tune in on the live stream just to show you
And
what
a
it looks like
parachute.
coming in on a helicopter or sitting on the drag strip. So, who wants to see what it runs?
Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we go. There's a burnout. And as a parachute. I'm not kidding. If this thing has a parachute, don't tell me that is from the factory. Don't tell me that's from the factory. Pre-stage. Yellow, 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 green! Wow! Wait for it. Wait for it. Parachutes! Parachutes deployed.
You saw that on the screen. You just witnessed history. The Demon 170 launches at over 2 Gs.
2 Gs.
With 60-foot times in the 120s, runs 0 to 60 in a record NHRA certified 1.66 seconds.
Holy moly!
And the quarter mile in a record NHRA certified
8.9 seconds.
8.9 seconds
At
at
151 miles per hour.
Yes, the Demon 170 is history's first
8-second
factory
production
muscle
car.
Producing 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque. The Demon 170 got us more than records and claims. It got us another letter from the NHRA. Yeah, banned again. But at least this time, the parachute will be available for direct connection as an option. Because
Holy cow.
we're Dodge.
Oh my gosh.
And that chute is more than a safety measure. It stands for something.
Oh my gosh.
Ironically,
It's coming from the
it stands for never
factory.
slowing down. It stands for giving it all you've got when the world
8-second
thinks you've
car
got
right here.
nothing left to give. And delivering products like the 23 Challenger SRT Demon 170. That
is the most
quickest,
powerful production
fastest,
car in the
most
world.
powerful mass-produced vehicle
I
in
wonder
the
how much that
world.
thing is going to cost of an MSRP. Wow. Engines exploding. Testing. As Dodge SRT.
To make the most powerful muscle car in the world,
Oh my
you might
gosh.
think we signed a deal with the devil. That's
They made the even
ridiculous.
crazier Demon. It's an 8-second
just
car.
signed the Demon.
More than 1,000 horsepower. Matches a Tesla Roadster on the quarter mile. Dodge, you have saved us for this hardcore 1,025 horsepower. Launches at 2G, 0 to 60, 1.6 seconds. NHRA certified record. Wheelie! 8.9 seconds quarter mile time, about 151 miles an hour. NHRA certified, and they get it again. Quickest, fastest, most powerful muscle car in history. I thought, and now let's see how Ford and Chevy reply to this. Who the boy? And look at those
Ladies and
stats.
gentlemen, how about a round of applause for CEO of Dodge, Tim Kuniskis? And of course, our
There's
driver,
one on the wheel.
Jim Wilder. And last but certainly not least, the final last call model, the DC 170.
There's the man himself. The
Tim
part
and
of this
Jim,
record
Congratulations, guys.
setting
Talk
pass
about
by.
a giggle factor. I can't wipe the smile off my face after that. That's impressive.
Could we have ever anticipated an arrival like that? The DC 170 perfectly on the drag strip. That was truly incredible to watch.
You might
Who
need the
else was
microphone for that.
mesmerized by that?
I know
Everyone's got their hands up.
seeing it go right over the top. It was terrifying and amazing all at the same time.
I was thinking to myself, hey, you gotta go some way. That'd be kind of cool way to go. Let's see a replay right here.
Weesh.
As we 70.
There's a launch.
Wheels up, clean pass.
Unbelievable numbers there too. The 0 to 60 time, the quarter mile time, 8.9 of that incredible miles per hour. Just what a
100.
gorgeous car.
150
Everyone's
plus.
filming it.
That's insane.
I bet you can't wait to get behind the wheel one.
Oh, I
Just incredible day in the history of Dodge. You know, John and Horace have been making cars for over 100 years, and this has been an amazing day in the history of Dodge. And Alex is making her way over to Jim Wilder, our driver, once again. Jim, congratulations. Alex, what do you got over there?
Jim, you had the best seat in the house.
This is an awesome place to be. This is the best seat, no doubt.
And what an impressive car that has been in the development.
Yeah, we've been working on this car for almost 3 years. Little bits at a time at the beginning before it was really a program, and then hardcore for 18 months or so.
Lots and lots of testing, I assume.
Lots and lots of testing, which we're not quite done. We still have some more to do. But yeah, tons of testing, tons of trips, tons of track trips and stuff.
Congrats on an amazing car. What an incredible last call.
Thank you. It's been a hoot. It's been a great car to
been a
end the
hoot.
era with.
Thank you.
All right, well, we just heard the man of the hour, Tim Kuniskis, describe the DC-170. Man, I mean, this is way beyond expectations. What were you feeling when the chopper was coming in?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous, man, when the car was rotating, but you can't practice something like that. You gotta go no net. So it kind of fits with the car, right?
Yeah, and you know, much like the Dodges always do, everything worked out in the end, and it was just an incredible time. I mean, it went off without a hitch.
No, it's good to be lucky. It's good to be lucky.
And this crowd here has been amazing. This has just been a great day in the history of Dodge.
There's still guys in the seats, but some of them might be leaving
An
soon.
amazing day. You know, we do stuff like this for the 13 million fans and gives them the pride and ownership, so I hope they love it.
Now, what is the deal with the DC-170 once it hits the dealers? What do you guys have in mind?
Well, we're going to actually open up the allocation. We're going to tell everybody where they're going, what dealers.
Oh,
tonight.
Dodge,
literally right
horsepower
now you can
locator.
go on Dodge Garage and you can see where every car is going to go.
And you have a special plan for the VINs as well, right?
We have a special plan. If you own a current Demon, you can get the same number again. So if you own number 43 and you'd like a matching set, we'll guarantee you first right of refusal on the same matching VIN.
That is so cool. So you can have the 2018 Demon matching VIN with the 2023 DC-170.
The OG and the fastest ever.
Oh, man, I'm so giddy to be a Dodge guy, man. Tim,
Hopefully there's enough to
congratulations.
fill
Round of applause for
everyone's
Mr. Tim
booklets.
Kuniskis.
Let's bring Alex in for some final thoughts, please, if she's there.
Alex, come on over here. Let's wrap up this amazing night here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Favorite moment of the night for you?
Oh, I mean, the pass, of course. I mean, the helicopter, the
Definitely
delivery
the pass,
was amazing
too.
in itself, but seeing a car perform like that, an 8-second car that you can purchase, when he was listing all the
More
stats
than a
and
10-second
details,
car.
it's like, that sounds like the race car that, you know, you go and build, but you
The
can buy
numbers are mind-boggling, but you know
I wonder what
what
the
That's what
MSRP
Dodge
is.
all about. Leading the pack once again.
it. Absolutely.
All right, we want to thank everybody who joined us here live
You
and
are
who
welcome.
joined us on the live stream with Alex Taylor. My name is Chris Jacobs. It's been our honor
by music.
to host tonight. Thank you guys so much. And hey, we'll see you at your Dodge dealer.
Woohoo! Wow. Must got some more of the helicopter shots. Man, what an encore for the last car. There's a launch again. Wheelie! And there's the pass. And there's the shoot. I can't believe that this might be maybe the first OEM car with a blasted parachute. And with those performance numbers like that, matching the Tesla Roadster, like Dodge is saying, like, led to the party, but they are giving their all out. And what a heck of a run they did. 8.9 seconds in the quarter. And imagine if tuners got their hands on it, imagine the power that they're going to get. Maybe like Hennessy, or maybe in the Dodge Direct Connection, they can give you extra parts there to help tune your DC-170, make it go even more faster in the quarter when you take it out to the track, and yet again, banned from competition. But we'll see if owners might install a roll kit so that they can make it legal to race. But whew, that'll send a message to all the other OEMs to get up their game on their IC cars. And speaking of IC cars, like, Dodge understands that with the regulations, with their Hemis, the current gen Hemis, like, in my opinion, with the regulations going up these days, and with the synthetic fuels not ready to go into production, this might be a sign that the Hemi might be in hiatus, with the Hurricane sort of being like life support, and the Banshees being on life support. Who knows with synthetic fuel, they might bring the Hemis back. But we'll see. We'll see what the bigwigs at Chrysler, at Stellantis, what they're saying, what Tim Kuniskis might say, but we'll see. And with all the current tuning houses that are here, like what I mentioned before, Hennessy, Magnuson, the whole shebang, they may have to get their hands on the DC-170 to see what this new retooled engine can really do. And I can't wait to see that if it goes on to the auto shows or what are events that I might go to that has that car on display, that Dodge has on display. But we'll see my opinions on it once it goes out into the full flesh. And once Dodge gets out more info about it, we'll see. But so pumped for the DC-170. And what a fitting encore for like this gen of Hemi and this gen of Dodge's current muscle car lineup. And whoosh. And what an adventure that I had to go through here. From meeting all the guest stars, Jay Leno, Demonology, Alex Taylor, and then Tim Kaniskis giving his all, and then showing the official reveal. That's the way Dodge wants to go out. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. And Dodge did that with a bang. And with that all out of the way, I think this might be putting a parachute in for this RW reactions video. Hope you had a blast of a time that I had watching this historic moment of automotive history right here. We'll be back with more videos coming soon. See you later, race fanners. Drive safely. Bye.